that just, so many options within that.
Yeah, I took Leo, I took him yesterday, like by chance, everybody that was supposed to show up, like the parents forgot to wake them up or they were out, and like I only ended up having one person there yesterday. And so the guy who came out, that's probably just one.
Yeah.
And he offered to pay for his he's like, I'll pay for it.
Awesome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's great to be here at the Bob Powell Memorial building here at Rogers Park. Welcome to the second meeting of the month of July here at the Lawrenceville Lions Club. My name is Brian Donegan. I'm the president. Thank you all for being here this evening. I know it's kind of rainy, kind of gloomy, kind of stormy, and some people don't have power tonight. So I thank everyone for being here. Before we get going, I'd like to ask Ryan if he would lead us in the pledge, and Lion Catherine if he would lead us in the invocation.
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Bow your heads, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for all your many blessings. We thank you for the opportunity to gather as friends and as Lions to try and better our community. Pray for those who could not be with us, either due to weather or due to illness. We pray that you will keep them and bring them back to us. We thank you again for all your many blessings. Be with us as we plan and prepare for the future of this club. All this I ask in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Lion Catherine. A couple of notes as far as that's concerned. Please keep Lion Don McGilvray in your thoughts and prayers. He's still recovering from cardiac issues that he was dealing with. And please keep Lion Julian Smith of the Wonder Moon Club and his own chair out there in your prayers as well. She is now back home after having surgery and is adjusting to a lot of changes right now, but she's a great Lion, and I know that she'll pull through that. Also, keep in your thoughts and prayers the former historian of the city of Lawrenceville and Gwinnett County. I think that's Marilyn Scott. She passed away the other day. A couple of years ago, we gave her our Community Service Award. It was a very special evening. I'm glad we were able to do that. She was a local and state treasurer, and she will be very much missed. Is there a motion to accept the agenda as written in front of you?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. All right. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any noes? The ayes have it, above the noes, and the agenda is approved. Tonight, our illustrious secretary and tail twister, Tom, is celebrating his wedding anniversary with Fia, and we hope that they have a wonderful anniversary together. Lion Bill Gibbs is filling in for him tonight. Do we have any motion to accept the secretary's report as it has been given to us via email?
I move that we accept.
I'll second.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of accepting approving the secretary's report and not reading it, All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion carries.
Did you?
And now it is my honor and.
Mr. President?
Yes, Lion County.
We do have a tail twister provided by Tom.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Well, then, guess what, folks? It is my honor to introduce our guest tail twister tonight, Lion Bill Gibbs. Everybody, let's give him a round of applause.
Please keep your seats. All right, tail twister tonight sent in by Tom. I have an addendum to his. So how many people know this is Tom and his wife's anniversary? What number anniversary is it? Any guesses?
30th.
You won.
Hey, all right.
So everyone else who didn't know it owes $1.
All right.
It's pretty good. She threw me off there. I wasn't expecting anyone.
Somebody to nail it?
All right, so here we go. Question of the night. If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? Who wants to start?
3 apps. I know, right? Everybody's like,
Delete the apps.
No,
No.
keep only 3 apps. What 3 would you keep? Who wants to start?
Maps. I'd have to keep maps. So I do a lot of deliveries. Probably, I think Google Chrome is a app, isn't it? So
mm-hmm.
I'd have to keep Google Chrome because I look up a lot of stuff. And let's see, I don't know, maybe the weather. Because it's never predictable.
Fair enough.
What about y'all?
Catherine?
I think my top 3 will have to be Waze, because like you, I need to know where I'm going. 2, my Disney experience.
Telling my wife.
I like her already. And the 3rd one is probably going to be Emoji Blitz, because I play it all the time.
Mine is gonna be maps. I'll probably say the Google Chrome and then Chase, my banking app. Saves
Good
a
to know
lot.
about your money.
Absolutely.
Good.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hey.
Don't shut it all away. Thank you.
Hi, Brian.
I would have to say, email. I would have to say, Chrome or a browser. And I would have to say, considering everything I'm admin, I'm gonna have to have Facebook on there. As a necessary evil.
Understood.
Pete,
Sir,
do you want to participate?
I don't have the foggiest idea what you're asking or talking about because I can't hear you.
What are the only, if you can only choose 3 apps to keep on your phone, what would the 3 apps be?
3 apps?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can only have 3 on your phone.
Facebook. That app?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Now look. Thank you. Oh, Spider Solitaire.
There you go. See, there's another gamer in the house. There we go.
And what was the other one I downloaded last night?
Oh, he's great.
Newsmax.
Okay.
Who's next?
All right.
For me,
Maria?
I keep Facebook with Messenger, of course,
Yes.
email and Shopkick,
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
like that I make money
There you go.
Oh,
to spend.
That's right.
What was the last one? please?
Shopkick.
Shopkick,
Oh,
Shop-
what
shop
is,
yep.
kicking up on it.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh.
My cousins are.
do you drop ship?
Huh?
I was asking Maria if she drop shipped.
Yeah, clarify.
Okay.
I spend
Karen?
I win from them over $200 and
There you
spend.
go.
Oh,
And
nice.
you can buy a gift card in many things, Disney,
Fun.
eBay,
Yeah, I'm probably over $3,000.
Best Buy.
for it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You want to send you invitation?
Here's for my tail twister fund.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
thank you. How about you, Ms. Taryn?
Facebook, Google Maps, and
Oh, and what?
Instagram.
And Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. I see our favorite past district governor's online.
Wonderful.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
She's on
Pete and
Village.
Steve.
Did-
How y'all doing tonight?
Fine, how are you?
Doing all right. That
Doing great.
temporary
Thank you for
mustache
allowing me
looks
to
pretty
join
good.
y'all. Thanks. Oh, boy.
it didn't take long for that to start back.
No, I decided just to bring this back for the time being and just leave the rest of it alone.
Did he want to participate in the?
Did you want to participate in the tail twister?
Yeah, what was the question again? I'm sorry. Wife had dinner ready.
Yeah, I see the bib there.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's see here.
What 3 apps would you keep on your phone if you have to delete everything else but 3 apps?
That's a good question. Thank you, Tail Twister. Again, this reminds me of Table Topics and Toastmasters, and you're probably the only Lions Club that I've ever been to that does anything like that. So, love the question. Well, if I had to, I would say email, Google Maps, and the third one, I would say that for texting. Those are the ones I would consider the most critical of my apps if I had to choose 3. So those are the ones: email, texting, and Google Maps.
Okay,
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And
Mr.
good
President?
job, Lionville.
Thank you, sir. Mr. President,
Is that the end of your report?
turn the floor back over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You did a great job as a tail twister and as secretary of Lawrenceville. Thank you very much.
Now you're
It is my honor and privilege to introduce our immediate past president and our zone chair for this Lions year, Pete Sampson. And he is going to be our program tonight, presenting a new member orientation. So I hand the floor over to Pete Sampson.
Thank you, I appreciate that, President Brian. Let me first say this, I want to thank Catherine and Bill for coming over and working with me. There were 3 of us. If you look around this room, it's clean. And it makes people more welcome. And I appreciate their help doing that. We were only here about an hour and a half, hour 40, or maybe 2.5 hours. I don't know. Time flies when you're having fun. I'd also like to donate to the meal tonight.
Thank you very much.
And if anybody else has a donation they'd like to make, Catherine bought the meal tonight. And we'd like to help with that. And if you haven't had anything to eat, There's still plenty over there. So y'all get something. All right, we've got actually like 5, I'm going to say, new members here that have never been in a new member orientation. In fact, I'm sure that Maria hadn't been on, so we've got 6 people here that have not been in a new member orientation. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to go over a little bit about our club, our district, and international, okay? They're in 3 different places here. I'm going to start with our club. And if I can get this thing to work right, there we go. Touchy. All right, new member orientation is broken into 4 sections. Who Lions are, your club, district and multiple district, and the Lions Club's international, okay? Now, I didn't make any handouts for this, but hopefully if you'd like to take notes while we're doing this, that you can. Who are Lions? Or as it says here, who Lions are. Lions are men and women dedicated to serving those in need, whether in their own community or around the world. There are nearly 1.4 million Lions worldwide. They're in over 200 countries, and there are more than 48,000 Lions clubs throughout the world. So we are the largest service or civic organization in the world, okay? We are in virtually every country, including China. There are clubs that used to be in China, but they vamoosed, they asked them to leave, right? We are still there. All right, we have a vision statement, we have a motto, we have a code of ethics, and a purpose. So the vision statement is to be the global leader in community and humanitarian service, and that's what we do. Mission statement: to empower volunteers such as us to serve their communities, meet humanitarian needs, encourage peace, and promote international understanding through our Lions clubs. Again, our motto is, and you've heard this, we serve, right? And we rightly do. My code of ethics, LCI is a code of ethics which sets the standard that Lions should aspire to adhere to. I don't have that with me, but if you go online, go to LCI, you can find that code of ethics. If you don't have it, don't want to look for it, I'll print one out for you, okay? Purposes: LCI is a list of purposes to convey why Lions clubs exist. We touched on several of them up here. The benefits of a Lions Club membership are numerous that include helping those in need, making a difference in our community, having an impact on those in need worldwide, developing leadership skills, enhancing communication skills, utilizing planning and organization skills, working hands-on to meet community needs, meeting new people, and opportunities to network and opportunities to travel. So you're wondering, you look and you say, what about this worldwide thing? We're just a little old bitty Lawrenceville Lions Club, 20 members. You know, how does that impact us? Well, I'll get to that in a little bit, because we have a foundation, Lions International Clubs Foundation, LCIF, and they work worldwide, and we give them money for that, right? So our outreach is worldwide when you talk about that. Meeting new people, you can bring guests anytime you want. We would love to have you bring guests, and we'd love to have you bring guests that would like to be new members, and that's how we meet these new members or new people out here, okay? Networking opportunities. Lord knows we've been networking here for the last year with our Zoom meetings and everything else, right? So hopefully that's gone. Where did Mr. Steve go?
He's listening.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's just
All
not,
right.
the camera's not on.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here, right here. I've just been listening, man.
Yep.
Oh, we already went to that. I gotta forget which way I'm going here.
Is there a question I can answer for you?
All right,
No,
history of
he was
Lawrenceville
just wondering
Lions
if you were
Club.
there.
We were chartered in 1946. We were actually chartered well before that. We had a club that was chartered before that, but Second World War broke out and they turned in their charter to go off and fight in a war over in Europe, I believe it was. And when they came back, they re-chartered. Our sponsoring Lions Club was the Gainesville Lions Club. If you get knowing some of the people in our district, you know that Gainesville sponsors several clubs, including our club. The first major fundraiser, and I wrote this in one of Tom's newsletters, first major fundraiser was a raffle for a new automobile. It was won by an elderly woman who never had a driver's license or never drove, but she learned to drive. She had a brand new car. I can't remember what it was, an Oldsmobile or a Chevy or something like that. But they did well on that. Another major fundraiser that was sponsored by our club was the Gwinnett County Fair. And I'm sure that most of you here have been to the Gwinnett County Fair, right? Well, let me give you a little bit of history about that. The first place that the Gwinnett County Fair was held, and Lions sponsored us, is now presently where Central Gwinnett High School is. And then the county bought that. They moved down the road on Gwinnett Drive down there, right at, I think it's, what is it, Stone Mountain
Yes.
Road, whatever it is, and they put it there. Well, then the county wanted the fairgrounds, so they bought what is presently the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds and took it over from the Lions many, many years ago. But that was a good fundraiser for the Lions, and at that time, back in 47, 46, 47, and all like that, most of your Lions that were members at that time were wheeler dealers in Lawrenceville. They were the movers and the shakers back at that time. Other fundraisers include, we're talking about our golf tournament coming up on the 11th of October. Another fundraiser is a pecan sale. Also, and let's see if I put it on here. Come on, move. All right, Lions participate in, and one of the other things we do is not only just pecan sales, but we're having a baseball game coming up in August on the 14th. But Lions participate in various ways when the community has a need. And examples when the members of our club participate in the Farmers for Families food program. Not only did our club participate in that, we had members from the Lawrenceville Rotary Club and the North Gwinnett Club. And we had you and your group came out. Miss Catherine came out with her group. I don't know how many you had that day, but you had several. Members of my church, Gwinnett Hall Baptist Church, came out and participated. I mean, I'm not sure we would have gotten through that day as hot as it was with the, if we didn't have more people than that. And we had a great turnout there. What was it, 2,400?
28,000 pounds, 1,400 boxes.
Yeah, bunch of food that we gave away and were able to feed a lot of people. We also went down, several of us went down and worked at the Rotary, had two food giveaways, and some of our members, Maria went down there. I'm not sure who else went down there. I was down there for the second one. I also donated water for them because they sure needed that too. So we helped the Rotary Club out. The Lawrenceville Lions Club, along with Gwinnett County Lions Club, offer vision screening. And I just added this yesterday. We're going to be offering vision screening to all Gwinnett County elementary schools in the near future. And I'm not sure that's all set in place. So I just wanted everybody to know that because I think we've got about 6 Lions clubs or so in Gwinnett County, and they're all spread out everywhere: Snellville, Norcross, Duluth. Of course, we have our Korean Lion Game club, Aryang Lions Club over there in the Korean group, and then we have the Latino club now, Buford and Lilburn. So we've got a lot of Lions clubs here, and we're hoping to get them all.
Wine that is not in Gwinnett?
No,
No.
Winders and
It's
Barrow.
Barrow County.
Winder,
When?
Winder.
Winders.
Winder's not, it's in our district, it's not, we're just talking about the ones here in Gwinnett, okay?
I didn't know Winder.
So when they get that set up, we're gonna need some help going out and screening a lot of these kids in the elementary schools. And if we find that they have issues, that's one of the things we do is we will purchase eyeglasses for them and a thorough exam. That's what we pay for, okay? So, you know, those are some of the things that we do. Our club officers, of course, we have our president, Lion Brian. We haven't seen much of Jennifer because her daughter has been ill. She has some heart-related issues. But Lion Jennifer Canleal, she lives up in Tequila. We don't really have a second or a third vice president. Those positions are open. Secretary is Lion Tom Arnett. Is he on the?
No,
No, he's out.
He's not on there.
No.
He's out partying.
yes.
But y'all know Tom. You met him at the last meeting. Some of you know him. Our treasurer over here, Catherine Gibbs, and she's done a fine job. And she bailed me out when I was treasurer. She took over for me here a couple of years ago. Made my life a whole lot easier. Lion tamers have a lion tamer, but as we bring in new members, we're going to start filling some of these committee positions here and get us up to date. But what the lion tamer does, they're basically responsible for any club property, right? If we were to take that flag, if we needed to move that, take it, when we used to go to other places, they would take that, they take care of the banner. Basically all of the club property, they would be over and keep it as it should be. They always also keep order at the meetings and distribute materials at our meetings. So they have really the lion tamer. Back when I started 32, 33 years ago, that was the first position I held, was a lion tamer. And I thought that was pretty good, you know, lion tamer, because all I had to do was put away the stuff and get it out before the meetings. And I felt like I was somebody, right? And then I started moving up in other positions. But I learned a lot about, you know, the club in doing that. Tail twister, Tom Arnett's, again, not here. He's our tail twister, and I think Bill is kind of taking charge of that tonight. But that's a very important position too, because it serves to promote harmony, good fellowship, enthusiasm at club meetings through the judicious imposition of fines on members. So anytime you can't answer a question or tell a joke or come in late, you might be fined. Now, just to keep, I want y'all to understand this, because that is a very important position, all right? Do not feel belittled when you get fined $1, because that dollar pays the rent on this building. We have been given this building by the city of Lawrenceville, and the price that they required us to pay is $10 a month. And they're paying the utilities. So we got a deal. So if if the lion tamer finds you $1, now we can pay for the building, right? That's our rent. So that's a pretty good deal, right? I'm also happen to be the membership chair. Normally the current past president is the membership chair, okay? So I will do my best, Steve, to follow in Brian's shoes and bring us up new members, okay?
I have the utmost confidence in you, Lion Pete.
Immediate past president, me, 2-year director, I think is Lion Bill, is that correct? You're in your
Yep.
second year?
Yes.
All right. I couldn't put my hands on the 1-year directors. Normally you have 2 2-year directors and 1 1-year director. The 1-year director moves up to a 2-year, and they kind of rotate like that, and they try to keep the directors moving around, okay? LCIF coordinator, that's a very, very important position because they're the ones that communicate with international for LCIF, Lions Clubs International Foundation. So that's important. So I'm also the past Lion president. We do not have a chaplain. Personally, I wouldn't be opposed to that. A lot of clubs have a chaplain in there. They lead us in prayer at the beginning of the meetings. A lot of clubs have it. I don't have a problem with it one bit, because as far as I'm concerned, we need all the help we can get.
I was ordained online, does that count?
Wow.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
What, with the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
Are elected annually, right? We turn over. Now, in our club back a few years ago, we decided that all of our officers had to go for 2 years because we were running out of people. We had lost some members and this and that. I want to get back to where officers rotate. You go 1 year and then somebody else takes over, all right? Club president will appoint a nomination committee in March. So think about a position on the committee or whatever that you would like to be next year, because around the 1st of March, President Bryan is going to start asking, you know, would you like to be on the board? Would you like to be in this position or that position? Because we want your involvement, right? I can go out of this building and probably bring in people that enjoy having dinner with us, but they don't have any input for us, right? They eat and go home. Now, we want your input. We want you to be part of this club. Nomination committee selects the candidates. The club votes on officers in April. That has to be turned in by mid-March.
Mid-May.
And mid-May, yeah, April, May, no, whatever.
The Lion Pete.
Actually, new terms, we always start the 1st of July. Yes, sir.
Steve had something to go.
What'd you say, Steve?
Yeah, Lion Pete, just saying that it's May 15th is the deadline for the PU 101, which is the officers' report to be reported online or.
In there, so International gets the information and they can
Right.
put it all in their records. So,
But get it in there ASAP once you get officers elected.
Yep.
thank you, I appreciate that, all right? All right, fundraising projects. I just put in a few here. The annual golf tournament, which we're gonna have October the 11th, the annual pecan sale, which we start selling around the 1st of November. I will be contacting, in fact, Brian and I went down to the Lions camp here a week and a half ago, and we stopped at Ellis Brothers. That's where we get our pecans. And we don't sell last year's pecans or 2 years ago. We sell pecans that just came off the trees. So they are very, very fresh. And people, if you sold a bag to somebody this year, they're going to be probably knocking on your door because they're going to be wanting more next year. They almost sell themselves. But what I tell people is, and I started Steve's Club up there in Forsyth with the pecans. I've helped start Snellville and Buford and Loganville Legacy. I've helped start a lot of those clubs. I helped them. They wanted to order so many, but they couldn't order and couldn't pay the freight. So when I ordered their bunch, they put them on our 18-wheeler and they come to my house and get their pecans. So that's how I've helped them. And every year, each club has sold more and more. And you do this by, if you sell something, get the name of the person and what they bought, their phone number, email, whatever. And then if they don't call you around the middle of October, you better start calling them because they're going to buy from you again. And this is how we build up this business and help the community here.
Pete, they keep $10 per bag?
Huh?
They keep the same price or raise the price?
Same price.
Probably the
Same price,
Yeah,
$10 per
you
bag?
can buy, some people buy 25-pound bags, some people buy 5 pounds, some people buy 10. They come in peewees, regulars.
No, she's talking about pecans.
The price.
The price of
The
pecans.
price of
Yeah, they're
pecans.
1 pound bags, 1 pound bags.
$10?
Yes.
That's what we sell them for. We found out when Brian and I were down there, they're not going up on the price on us this year. So we've been able to maintain our price.
So
And
what's
it's
our, how
Like
much
$10 for about the last 5 or 6 years, 7, I think.
So how much
Yeah.
do we pay per bag?
About 2.
It depends. We sell halves and we sell medium pieces. The medium pieces have been, if they don't change it, and they said they wouldn't, $7.35 per bag. We sell it for 10. The halves, they cost us $7.50. So we make $2.50 on every bag, right? When I first started this, we were only buying 4, 5, 6, 7 cartons, right? And they started going up on us. And, we couldn't sell them at the same price because the price was getting higher. So I had to go to my club and I said, okay, we got 2 choices. We can either go up on our price or y'all can sell more. Guess what they tried? They did. They sold more, right?
Right.
And we actually making, a lot more money that way. But we can't control, what they sell them best for. But I hate to go past 10 because it's easy for people to pull out of 10 and give it. You don't have to make change. So that's a good thing. Gwinnett Stripers fundraiser coming up here on August 14th. I hope that you all will get involved with that. I don't know if I brought any flyers for you, but tickets are $15, and our club, for every $15 ticket that you sell, the club gets $4. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, but if we were to sell, and our goal this year is to sell 500 tickets, 500 times $4 is how much? $2,000, right? Now, we're running out of time, but I think we'll sell well over 100 this year. We're working, and I've got a lot of clubs. Brian and Catherine are going to the cabinet meeting this Saturday. I can't go, I've got a wedding to go to, but they're going, and one of the people that help us a lot with this, Brian Gordon up in the Toccoa Club, is going to be helping and talking about the game, and he's helped us a lot before on that. We're going to serve hot dogs at no charge. Somebody comes up, if they haven't got a ticket and they want to have a hot dog, we give them a hot dog and chips and a soft drink, right? And maybe we can pull in a couple of new Lions members that way. We're also, and this is going to help you, Ryan, we're also, a lot of people, not a lot, I know Snellville is buying 12 tickets for their club this year. 10 of them are going to be giveaways. So if you have some of your group, some of your young fellas, we can give you some tickets and you can bring some of them to the ball game, okay? So hopefully, we'll get a lot of those kind of tickets. Yes, ma'am.
I'm actually gonna donate 20 tickets to the Gwinnett Children's Shelter.
Thank you, Karen.
Yay, way to go.
Receptionist there. I volunteer there, so, they said that they need 20 tickets, so I'll send you. Then I'm 5 for me, I'm bringing my in-laws.
Yay, all right.
Here's the good thing about all this. It's not just our club doing this. We have this open to every club in our district. We have 55 clubs in our district. And listen, think about this. If every club, 50 of those clubs, let's start with that, 50 of those clubs sold 10 tickets, that's 500 tickets, right? That's what that would get a name just to give you an idea of, what the strength of Lions are in our district, okay? And I'll touch base on our district here in a second.
Do we have an annual fundraising goal?
Do we have? I don't think we've ever really sat down and come up with goals. That's something that we really need to do, especially with pecans. We have a better idea if we sold 50 cases, and that's what we've been selling. We got an idea of what we're going to bring in. The golf tournament, based on last year.
Oh, she has a goal for the golf
A
tournament.
lot better this year than we did that year, and every year it gets better. So I mean, that's, we can set those goals. And Catherine being the treasurer, she can pull a team together and sit down and say, where we need to go, where we've been. And I think that would be a great thing. And give everybody, a share in that, okay? Free eye exams for children and adults in Gwinnett County if they are within 200% of the federal property level guidelines. the club meets community needs as they arise, okay? So I have, right now, I'm probably the one that gets a lot of questions or inquiries about glasses. Sometimes I'll get one a month, sometimes I might get two. I haven't had any in about 3 or 4 months. But one of the first things I ask people is, where do you live? Now, why do I want to know that? Because it automatically kind of tells me what their income is, right? So we have had people that live down at the Lawrenceville Housing Authority, and if I know they live in the Lawrenceville Housing Authority, they are below or at the minimum money, right? So I don't have to go any further. I just call, what's her name down there? Yeah, runs the authority, I can't think. Anyway, all I do is call her. Yeah, they live here. Okay, send you out a form to fill out. We get them glasses up at the Mall of Georgia. There's like, I don't know, it's called My Eye Doctor or something. You've probably seen it up there.
Eye Lab.
Eye Lab.
For $59, they get 2 glasses and exam. So what are we doing? We're helping a lot more people, with our money, that money that we work hard for. So that's something that we do right there. All right. Within the state of Georgia Lions Camp, down in Waycross, like I said, Brian and I were down there at Lions Day at the camp, and I would hope that y'all have or would like to go down there one day. We just went down Friday morning. We drove down and spent the night in some podunk place, motel, and got up next morning, had a little bite to eat, and went out at the camp. It was hot as the dickens, but I mean, to see some of these kids, able to motor around that camp, and they are happy as the dickens. Brian spent 10 years down there. One of these days, we're going to have Brian tell us about the years that he was a troublemaker.
What happens at
I know you'll find that hard to believe. But
Brian, a troublemaker? Oh, perish the thought.
And he'd tell a story, and we went up to Towns County, we was up in the boonies, right, in North Georgia, and he started talking, and they started passing the hat. I don't know how much they took in that.
$1,000 that night.
Yeah, people were flipping money in there, but they got an awful big club. They were the one that run the fair up there in Towns County. But I mean, they were taking money out of their pocket, and I think they gave money, through their club too. So, and every time we went to some of these clubs and he talked, they were very generous, because a lot of times we don't have campers, that actually come and spend time there. So Brian was able to do that. Lions, we also helped the Lions Lighthouse down in Chamblee, Learning Ally. That Learning Ally is a readership kind of thing. They put books on tape. They used to be in Athens, but they're back up in Pennsylvania, I think.
Yeah, they used to be called Recordings for the Blind and Dyslexic.
Yeah, Lions Clubs International Foundation, all right? Lions Club International. They were the top, and I can't remember the year, they were the top rated, what is it called? Fund?
Non-profit.
Yeah, top nonprofit, and I think it was like in 87 or 90 or something like that. They were named that. Leader Dog provides guide dogs. One of these days we'll have our guide dog chairman come down here and bring his dog with him. And that's an excellent program. We meet here
Lion Pete.
Fourth Tuesdays.
Well, Pete, Steve would like to bring something up.
Question.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, hey, Lion Pete, just wanted to point out real quick with LCIF, for those people that may not know, every dollar you give to them goes straight to charity. There's no administrative or overhead.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate that. But I'm trying to get through this program real quick.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
He doesn't want to get the money.
Catherine's over here tapping on her watch.
I'm the timekeeper.
Timekeeper.
We'll be here till next Tuesday.
There's one time during the year we only have one meeting, and that's in December. The only meeting we have is our Christmas party. So we like to have that a real fun time. People dress up with their Christmas ornaments and stuff like that. We swap gifts or doing some crazy thing, and we have fun. We meet where you can see now here at the Boy Scout building, but I think I'd like to rename this as the Lawrenceville Lions Club building, right? Membership fee, contact me. Types of membership, we have active membership. That's the person that joins and want to get active. They come to all the meetings and take part in all of the activities and are on committees and things like that. An affiliate member can join as an affiliate member. This member is not required to attend meetings every time, but asked to attend occasionally so that others can get to know them. Affiliate members are expected to support all of our major fundraisers. Affiliate member, normally what you look at affiliate, a member is probably the police chief or the fire chief in a city. You know they can't come all the time, but they give you, you know, the time that they can. There may be doctors involved in something like that, but, you know, they just can't come all the time. All right? District and multiple district. There's 700 districts with 35 or more clubs and at least 1,250 members in each district. Right, so we have 4 districts in Georgia, right? And so if you have 1,250 members, and we're working on getting up there again, 1,250 members times 4 is what? 10,000 members, right?
No, that's
So, I mean,
5.
Huh?
That's 5, I believe. That's 5,000.
All right,
I
Mr.
think.
Mathematician.
I think.
Which is why you're no longer treasurer.
Oh,
Each district has a district governor, a first vice district governor, and a second vice district governor, all right? Multiple districts are formed by 2 or more districts within a territory. So our multiple district
yes,
is
please.
18. That's the number of the state, right? Our district is I. How do they come up with that? Lion. If you took the state and you quartered it, basically, L is over in the Marietta area up to 400. We're over in I up almost to Augusta. Down below in the lower right-hand corner is O, and from O down in the Waycross and areas down from Macon down there, they're in N, right? So LION. District conventions are held to what? Develop fellowship among Lions of the district, training for new officers, conduct general district business, elect the district governor and other district elected officials, and conduct seminars. That's why this Saturday at the district convention, cabinet meeting rather, over in Loganville, they're going to be doing some training, all right? President should be there, treasurers, secretaries, membership chairs, and all like that should be over there. And that's normally where you see a lot of new Lions in those positions, okay? District I convention for 2020, 21, 22 will be held in February of next year, I believe. Is that right, Steve? It's normally held in February where they have the convention, and that's where we vote on our new district-wide officers. Okay.
As far as I know, it will be in February. We'll just have to see. But we don't know yet. But usually it's in February or early March.
Okay. So y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Good, because I didn't. Lions Clubs International, okay? Who started Lions International? A gentleman called Melvin Jones. Back in 1917. He and a group of other business leaders up in the Chicago area came together, and they wanted to be able to do more service projects for people in their communities. So that was the first one up there. The second one, I think, was in Canada. Is that right, Steve? And the third one was down in Mexico that made it an international. It's either vice versa, Mexico or Canada.
It was actually the first Lions Club outside the United States was Windsor, Ontario, just across the river from Detroit.
Yeah. So in 1920, you can't probably see this, but LCI becomes international with, and I just said it, it's a Canadian club. Now, here's the interesting thing. Y'all have heard of Helen Keller, right? In 1925, Helen Keller spoke to Lions at their convention up in Ohio. What was her address about?
She challenged us to be her Knights of the Blind.
Exactly.
In
They really didn't have a focus on what they wanted to do, but when Helen Keller came, she challenged us to be Knights of the Blind, and that's what we've had ever since. And then we help people that also are hearing impaired. In 1945, LCI helped draft, and a lot of people don't know this, helped draft the United Nations Charter. We were there, okay? They helped draft that. In 1967, the Leo Club program was created. In 1968, Lions Clubs International Foundation was established. In 1987, LCI became the first service club organization to admit women. We did it before Rotary and Kiwanis and Optimist, and I don't think the Pessimists have any in there yet.
Amen.
In 1930, Sight First is launched. Sight First was launched to do what? Eradicate river blindness. You know how they get, you know what that's all about? People down in some of these real warm countries, South Central America, probably over in the African countries, stuff like that's real warm. They have something called a guinea worm. And all those people don't have nice washing machines like we do, right? So what do? They go to the river and they scrub and clean their stuff. If they have any open wounds in their hands or their legs, there's a guinea worm that gets in there. They lay their eggs, they go to their eyes, and before too long, the people are blind. So what International did, they formed Sight First. They wanted to get like $125 million. They ended up getting well over $150 million through clubs worldwide. And right now, river blindness has almost been eradicated. There's very few that are going on right now. So we have, you can see what Lions were able to accomplish with something like that. Today, our international network has grown to more than 200 countries and geographic areas worldwide, okay? The official name of the association is the International Association of Lions Clubs, or simply, as most of us just say, Lions Clubs International, or LCI. The name Lions was chosen in a secret ballot over several others because the lion stood for strength, courage, fidelity, and vital action. The Lions logo, as you can see up here, is a gold L on a blue shield surrounded by a gold circle. On either side of the circle, a profile of a lion's head, one looking back upon a proud past and the other looking optimistically forward to the future. International officers implement policy and serve as inspirational leaders of the World Lions. This year's president is Douglas X. Alexander. He is from New York area, I believe.
He's one impressive dude.
Huh?
He's one impressive dude.
He's a good fella, good speaker too. First vice president is Brian Sheehan. I think he's somewhere up east also.
Minnesota.
Yeah, that's close enough. And Dr. Patty,
Bird Island, Minnesota.
vice president, she's from Canada, or as they used to say up where I live, Canada.
The Great White North, eh?
Third vice president is Fabrico Oliveira, and I think he's from Spain, but I wouldn't bet on it. Immediate past president, LCI chairperson was Dr. Jung Yul Choi. In fact, he spoke, it was down when we had the Korean chapter, the Korean Lions. He was there to charter that club, and he spoke there. 34 members, 8 board appointees. The international constitution and bylaws govern the operation of the association and establish the rules by which the association is to function. Conventions bring together thousands of Lions from around the world. A week of business, education, celebration, and fellowship. Upcoming international conventions are, and I'm not clear on this, but I couldn't find it on the website because I've had to change some things around because of COVID and all like that. But I think next year is going to be in New Delhi, India.
No, they changed it, it's in Montreal.
All right. Well, I didn't see it on when I went in the website.
That's okay,
So
that's why I'm
I'll
here.
change that on my next one. All right, and then Boston, Massachusetts, Melbourne, Australia, and Mexico City. If y'all like to travel, she can get you tickets to go anywhere here for Lions, right? She's a travel agency.
On a good day.
I mean, we gotta help ourselves, each other was right. All right, so that's where we're going with that. They're located in Oak Brook, Illinois. There's approximately 275 staff members in 11 divisions: club supplies, distribution, convention, district and club administration, extension and membership, finance, information technology, service activities, leadership, legal, LCIF. Get back here.
You're getting tired.
LCIF and public relations and communication. So I mean, this is a big outfit up there. It's like, we don't have to pay insurance, liability insurance on this building. It comes through LCI. We have $2 million worth of, city wanted us to have $1 million. I went to legal. He shared with me, we give you $2 million. Anytime you meet, right? Whether we meet here or at a restaurant, wherever we go, anytime we have a service or a fundraising project, if they know it, we are protected up to $2 million liability. Can't beat that, right? LCIF grants an average of $13 million annually. It provides clubs with the means to build schools, health clinics, vocational rehab, rehabilitation training centers, other projects that address community needs. LCIF Site First: reduce and eliminate blindness worldwide. The program targets the leading cause of preventable blindness, which affects millions of people each year. Since its launch in 1990, Lions have raised over $415 million to Site First, making LCIF the world's largest blindness prevention organization. LCI provides training, development opportunities for Lions. Global leadership team is the driving force behind these programs. Emerging Lions leadership. These are all different type of leadership programs that they provide. That's called LELLI, Faculty Development Institute, FDI, Regional Lions Leadership Institute. They call it Rally or RLLI. District governors elect seminars, multiple district leadership development funding, GLT, district funding support program, and webinars and Lions Learning Center. Now, we don't have time tonight, but I could let Lion Steve talk about GLT and all the funding and things that he's been able to do through that, but maybe at the next one we can do that, okay? Service activities will fall into the following categories: community services, disaster preventiveness and relief. That's where we get a lot of hurricanes down through here and down through the south and come up here. All the district governor has to do is contact LCI and they will send money to help those people rebuild. When they had a big earthquake and all down in Haiti several years ago, what they really needed was a place to go to get out of the storm. So they sent them a bunch of tents, right, until they could rebuild their houses and places. That's what they needed. Other groups sent food, and I'm sure we did too. Environmental services, health and wellness, international relations, opportunities for youth, services for children, global service action campaigns. Service is reported using the Lions Club Service Activity Report, or SAR, and that's what Steve and Catherine probably combined to do, I guess. I've never had to do that.
Yeah, Tom.
All right. The Lawrenceville Lions Club welcomes you as a new member or as someone interested in becoming a new member. Much can be done to help others if we work together in friendship toward a common goal. So, thank you for coming tonight. That is.
Let's go, Lion Pete.
No.
And oh, by the way, can I say one more thing?
It's 8 o'clock.
If y'all use the hashtag #TalkUpLions, hashtag #TalkUpLions.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna use it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What are we gonna use, Brian?
Talk up Lions, hashtag Talk Up Lions.
Right on, buddy.
Yep.
So does anybody have any questions? None. I would, please do this. Go to the Lions Club's International website and put your name and password in there. And I would tell you what, it's like a whole new experience. You will gain more information. They have, you can take tutorials in there. I mean, they have everything you'd ever want to do. If you have time, just set it up and start looking. You will not believe what Lions Worldwide do. Okay.
I can give you the web address real quick for it.
What?
All right.
The web address is that's app.mylion.org. That'll take you right to the login screen, and you can click the button to create your own account. And what you will need is the email that LCI has on file for you, and your member number, and you can get that from your secretary. And then just get that information and go on there, and like Pete said, register and take advantage.
It'll blow you away, all the information that they have on there that you can get.
I have a request.
Yes, Bill?
Can you save this as a PDF and send it to everyone?
That would be a great idea.
How about I send it to you?
That's fine.
Or Catherine, and you do it in a PDF.
Yeah.
That's above my pay scale.
Is that, just send it as a PowerPoint.
ITP.
You know, I've thought about printing one out, but there's like 27 pages here and, you know.
No big
Glad you
deal.
didn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be glad to send.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Is that the end of your presentation, Pete?
Concluded.
Thank you very much. Let's give Lion Pete, our secretary, a round of applause. Good job, buddy. Great job. Please join us at our next meeting, the second Tuesday of August. That'll be our board meeting, and our program meeting the fourth Tuesday of August. Will be visited by the Gwinnett Habitat for Humanity, which is going to be an excellent presentation. And anybody have anything else they'd like to add real quick?
On behalf of your treasurer, please pay your dues.
Absolutely. All
I
right.
gotta write a big check.
All right.
And Lions President,
Yes, Steve.
couple of things. Number one, you got my challenge this year to double your membership.
Yes, sir.
And then the second thing is that we're challenging every single club to add 5 new members. And if you add 5 new members, there's a brand new award that District Governor Dr. Thompson will be giving, the District Governor's Talk Up Lions Award. And all you have to do is add 5 new members. But we also will have the net 2 and the net 5 and the 4th and 3. So just putting it out there. You up to the challenge?
Absolutely, Steve.
Thank you.
We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Are we gonna get it done?
Sure.
Great. All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Not yet.
No?
I have a pin for each one of you. It's our multiple district 18 pin from 2021, okay? I've been waiting. I've had these for a while, but I've been waiting
Thank you, sir.
to get a bigger group together. And so I could give each one of you one, okay? So wear this proudly along with your Lions pin. And There you go. I got some more I'll give to the rest of the group when they come. Let's see what else I got.
What else you got, Lion Pete?
What else, Pete?
I'm looking, Brian. I think.
He can't hear you.
That's about it for now. If I got anything more, we'll do it next meeting.
All right, thank you very much. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all for being with us tonight. I know it was stormy. Drive home safely and.
And take a cookie with you,
Exactly.
because they can't take them to my house.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for letting me come in virtually, and y'all have a great one, and hashtag Talk Up Lions.
See y'all. See you on Saturday, Steve.
All righty.
Take care.
Okay, so do we have a Facebook page and an
Bye-bye.
Instagram?
We have a Facebook page.